But here, let me start the recorder up. Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Friday the 3rd day of May 2013. Let me go over the results of the live trading room this morning. In the Russell, we were plus 13 ticks. In gold, we were plus 10 ticks. In crude oil, we were plus 9 ticks. And in soybeans, we were minus 14 ticks. Okay? That is how the day ended. Now, it certainly didn't start off so rosy. I think we were down on all four of those markets to start with. Right? We were down, yeah, we were down on all of them, I think. Anyway, let's go over the results, okay? So far this was last month, all right? Just want to cover last month. This is this week, since the month changed in the middle of the week. So far this week, we've had 3 trading days and 3 up days. The gross for the 3 trading days is $465 a contract. The net is only $177 a contract. We had quite a few trades, and I apply an $8 commission per turn to the results. Okay, so for those 3 days, it was whatever that was. If we add on the other 2 days that we had this week, I think we would be over $1,000 per contract on the week. I think on one of these days I had over $500 profit. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. We had soybeans minus 14 ticks, the Russell 2000. We had plus 13 ticks, nothing on natural gas, plus 9 ticks on crude oil, plus 10 ticks on gold. We didn't trade anything else in here. It took us 80 minutes to make our 2 points and 11 trades. Okay. Now, I explained yesterday, up here last month you can see some of these days we had 1 trade where we got our 2 points. We got it on our first trade. If you happen to lose the first trade, then you might see four trades to get the 2 points. Maybe 4 or 5 trades to get the 2 points. If you happen to lose the first 2 trades, you might see 10 trades, 9 trades to get the 2 points. If you lose all three of the first trades, you might see 11 trades to get your 2 points. It took a little bit to recover from it, but we did. The thing, when I lost the first trade, actually, my very first trade was a winning trade. It was right out of the box. I got 5 ticks profit, and then I had 3 losing trades right in a row. Let's start off with, I don't remember what market it was that I lost in. It was the Russell. The Russell 2000 was my first trade. Why don't I start off with the Russell then? Okay. Here, look at all this movement here in the pre-market. When the employment numbers came out this morning, look at this movement right here. Unfortunately, I was not even home at the time, but this was just crazy action in here, and there was plenty of opportunity to take profit in there. Once the markets opened up, though, this was our very first trade right here. We took a long trade on the close up above this trend line. Okay, we took some profit on that. We took 5 ticks profit. It did it again, closed above a trend line right after it, and we got long again, and it stopped us out. We were at minus 3 ticks right there. Okay, when it stopped us out right there. Now, I want to take you to the other markets that we traded right after that. The next thing that we traded, I think, was gold. Okay, just so you can see how things actually went this morning in the live trading room. The order of the trades, just right at the beginning anyway. I'm not going to do this for all of them, but I'll do it right at the beginning. All right, so at that point, we had 2 trades on the Russell, and we were minus 3 ticks. Our next trade was right here on the down close, right here on gold. It only went 3 ticks, so I didn't move my stop to break even. All right, and that came up and stopped me out. So I was minus 8 ticks on gold right there. I was minus 3 ticks on the Russell. Now, crude oil. Let's bring that one over. I believe that was my next trade. Yeah, it was right there. All right, my next trade was right here on the crude oil. We had a trend line here. Price gave a bullish cross right here. The MA1 crossed up above the BBC. It moved up and gave a bullish cross. It pulled back down right over here, and we closed up above the trend line. I got long on the close above the trend line. Again, it didn't go far enough for me to move my stop to break even, and it came back and stopped me out. So right there, we were down 3 on the Russell. We were down 8 On crude, we were down 8 on gold. On those 3 trades. All right. The next trade that we took was over here on crude oil. We got back to break even on that trade, I believe. And then we had another opportunity over here that we took, and that's what gave us profit on the crude oil. All right, we got up to some profit here. I missed this one, I missed this one, I missed this one. Now, if I'd have gotten any of these right here, we'd have definitely been profitable. If I'd have taken this one or this one, you know, then the losses wouldn't have looked, the drawdown wouldn't have looked that bad. My total drawdown, though, I was minus 8 ticks on crude, minus 8 ticks on gold, and minus 3 ticks on the Russell at the time. So that's what, minus $190 a contract. So we had to recover from that. All right. If I'd have gotten this trade right here, we could have recovered on that trade alone. And you know, I never had any doubt whether I was going to recover. The only question was whether I was going to have enough time in the live trading room to recover. But fortunately, the markets gave us plenty of opportunity. All right. Even though I missed some really nice trades, you know, it was still plenty of opportunity. Okay, you know, we had a bunch of extra people in there because we had the open house this morning, and we had a bunch of extra people in the live trading room today, so there were more questions than normal. But anyway, right here we had the test of the BBC with the up close. The entry opportunity was right here. Now the trade is when the MA1 crosses above the BBC. The BBC is the green line, the MA1 is the blue and red line. When it crosses above like that, here it is right here on a picture. Okay, when it crosses above like that and it pulls back down, tests the BBC and gives you an up close with bullish divergence and a blue cycle. So down here we had bullish divergence and a blue cycle. That right there is the trade setup. All right, and the opportunity to enter was right in there. All right, so we missed that one. We missed that one. We did take this one over here, and it closed down below the MA1. And that's when we move our stop to break even. We did. It came back up, took us out of break even. All right. I actually think this is crude oil. What did we end with? Crude plus 9. Yeah, I think that was our break even. That was our last trade. Now, currently on crude right here, you see how the black line just crossed up above the BBC right there? That means we're not looking for any more short trades. But it did. Well, let's see. What did it have? Right over here. You had the bearish cross, tested the BBC with a down close and bearish divergence. So it had a short trade right in here. Then once you put a lower swing in there, you had another shorting opportunity right over here. Okay. Possibly another one right here that you would have gotten a break even on. But you didn't have a lower swing down there. You didn't have a close down below this swing, so I probably wouldn't have taken that trade right in there. Anyway, that was crude oil. All right. We ended plus 9 on crude. We did have a losing trade. I think we had a losing trade everywhere. The thing that beat us up today was the soybeans. You know, we would have had a nice up day if we didn't have I lost 2 trades on soybeans. I won one small one, and I lost 2. Now this is gold, so let's just finish going over the gold, okay? I'm not sure if I said this. If you haven't taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. Sign up for the free trial. And if you're going to take the free trial, really take the free trial, download the indicators. You're going to be sent an email that shows you how to download the indicators and the whole charting platform and all that. Now you'll get links that say how to get into the live trading room. You'll get a password along with that. Really take the free trial if you're going to sign up for it. Don't just sign up and come back to us in a month and say, oh, you know what, I signed up for the trial a month ago and I didn't go to any of the days. Because we're going to say, well, you know what, come back in 5 months. Or maybe we'll say, okay, we'll give you one more chance. But but really, take the free trial if you're going to sign up for it, okay? Let's see the trades that we took. Our first trade on, what is this, gold? Our first trade on gold was, is this gold? Yeah, this is gold. Our first trade on gold was right over here. It was a loss. It was followed up by a small win right here. All right. Let's see, we're minus 8. I think we got 1 tick profit on that. We missed this trade right here, which would have put us green on the whole morning. We missed this one right here, which would have stopped us out. It doesn't look like it advanced far enough for me to move my stop. There were trades right in here on the news event. Okay, I missed all that, but I probably couldn't enter it into it anyway. It was probably moving too fast. It got very choppy in here right after the news event came out. Okay. Then 10 minutes later, there was more opportunity in here. You had your bullish cross, tested the BBC with an up close, a bullish divergence, and a blue cycle right there. Okay, that's the setup. Now we can go back to the picture. Go back to the picture. It's the same thing. Even though this is from crude oil in January, it doesn't change. It's the same thing. Okay, same indicator set, same setup, same everything. So the entry would have been right there on that up close. Okay, came back down in here. You would have needed a close above the trend line before the black line got below the BBC. You didn't get that, so there was no opportunity in there, but there was right up here and some more right up there. When it turned around and came down, there was opportunity here and right here. This one would have stopped you out. Okay, no question about it. But look at this. You would have made, probably 10 to 20 ticks right there, probably 10 ticks there, probably 10 to 20 ticks right there, and you would have lost 8 right there. So it depends what your goals are for the day. But anyway, bullish cross, tested the BBC, up close, another opportunity right in there. We took a little chunk out of this short right here, and we talked about this one. Dwayne put on the come on baby indicator on this one right here. He was trying to apply it to the soybeans, and he put it on this one. And then once it worked on this one, and we focused over here for a few minutes, the soybeans worked too. So I'll get to those in just a minute. Let's see, right in here we had another opportunity on the short side right here, and another one right here that we took. All right, so we had a short trade in here that we took a little bit of profit on, a little bit of profit on this one. We missed that one, that one, that one, and that one. And we took a little profit on this one. There was no opportunity here. We took some good profit on this one. I think we took like 13 ticks profit or 15 ticks profit on this move right here. And I believe that this is the one that really got us up positive on the day, because we were still down a little bit. I think we're down like 3 ticks after these little trades right here. So we got positive here, and that was, I think, the last trade that we took on gold. All right, if you look at gold right now, it's got a shorting opportunity. It actually just had a shorting opportunity right here at 1466.3. It's sitting on top of dynamic support. If we break this dynamic support, you're looking at it going all the way down here, right? All the way down here. Now, when we were looking over here, I think it was here. What was it? I think it was over here. I was saying I was expecting it to get down to 64.8. No, it wasn't there. It was over here. I'm sorry. It was over here. I was expecting it to get down to 64.8. And it got down to 65 right there. But anyway, right now it just did break down through that level. So look for it to get all the way down here to 63.5. It may not do it all in one move. I think what you should see right now is another pullback and another opportunity for a short. Okay, that's what you should see now. But the entry on that one was right in here at 1466.3, and that just dropped down to 1465.2. That's $110 a contract right there, that little move. All right, anyway, that was gold. So we did gold, we did crude. This is the Russell. We started out with the Russell showing you how we got a little bit of a win on the first trade, then we lost the second trade. We got a nice win here on the third trade, and we got a little win here on the fourth trade. I didn't put my closing arrow. I think we got 2 ticks out of that. And that was the Russell. It's all the same thing. Every market that we trade, we're doing the same exact trade setup. All right, it's all the same time frame. It's all the same set of indicators. Doing the same thing over and over and over. Let me show you the soybean trades, okay? Because they were the ones that really nailed me today. This was our first short trade right in here. Okay, we shorted a down close off the BBC with the bearish divergence, and it didn't give us enough profit for me to move my stop to break even, or if it did, I didn't move it to break even fast enough. I entered in, I remember what it was. I had slippage on this. I had a sell stop, and I had to take a slip on the sell stop. So I was 2 ticks away from my actual entry. If I'd have entered where I should have entered, which was up here at 1381 instead of 1380.50, then I would have moved my stop to break even. Okay, but I didn't. So I didn't get 4 ticks profit in the trade, so I didn't move my stop to break even. And it came back up and stopped me out. Alright, so I was minus 8 ticks there. The next one was right in here. let's see, I went from -8. I ended up getting 2 ticks profit on this. What I was looking for on the trade, all right, we had this run up right here that I missed. Okay, the up close right here was an opportunity to go long. Then the up close again, once we put in a higher swing, it came back down, hit the BBC. Now I can bring this picture back up again. Step 1 is the cross, step 2 is the space, step 3 is the test of the BBC with the up close. Step 4 is a divergence with the blue cycle. So we had all those steps right here. We had the cross, the space, the test, the up close, the divergence, the blue cycle. Okay, we had all that stuff going on. So I had an order in here. I had an order in here to get long. It was a buy stop that I had put on at 83.75, and I got long at 83.75. It went up to 84, well 85, and I had moved my stop up to +2 ticks in here. I had my stop at +2 ticks, and I was saying that if it broke through here, we should see a nice move up. And I even said I think it's going to be explosive if we break through this level right here, this 1385 level. And that's when Dwayne was applying the come on baby indicator, but he did it to the gold. You know, the come on baby indicator. Come on baby, come on baby. That's the one. There, I just applied it again. Maybe we're going to get out of this chop. Anyway, I ended up getting stopped out at +2 ticks, and then it just took off. This move right here is the equivalent of about 13 points on the ES. That move right there. I know there were some guys that were in the live trading room that did take the trade and didn't move their stop up as quickly as I did, and there was one fellow who was in there for the open house. He said he got 60 ticks out of that. 60 ticks. That's 60 times 12.5, whatever that is. 60 times 12.5. $750 a contract. That's a nice gain for a freebie. Anyway, it got up here, and we got the close up above this trend line with bullish divergence down here. I went long, and it stopped me out. All right, at this point here, I was at -6 because I was -8 here. I gained 2 on this, so I was -6. Then I lost 8 more right here, so I was -14. And that's where we stood on soybeans. You can see I drew this box in here about it consolidating a while ago, and it's still in it. And that was soybeans. We didn't do anything with the NQ. We didn't do anything with the ES. We highlighted an area in here on the NQ where it was consolidating after a move up, and that was pretty much it. I don't think I highlighted anything else in there. I was really busy. I was really busy this morning trying to recover from my initial 3 trades. Well, not so much trying to recover, but just taking the trade so I would by the end of the morning session. Natural gas had a couple opportunities in here. I didn't highlight any of them, but I know it had a couple opportunities because one of our partners made money in natural gas this morning. It wasn't me. The euro had a couple of nice opportunities. Here. Let's see. Starting at 935, the close up above this trend line, it moved up nicely there. There was a second opportunity right here. So the entry on this would have been the up close there, and a follow-up one would have been the up close right there. Over here was another one, but I probably would have gotten a break even on that. Okay, the entry was there. It would have moved probably, maybe I would have taken some profit on it, a couple of ticks anyway. I didn't take any of those trades. I didn't trade the 6E at all this morning. But you can see in here, the cycle went down to the bottom, so we had bearish divergence all through here, and prices trading above the BBC. It's basically telling you that it's not going to trade, it's resetting. It finally moved back up here, and the cycle was moving back up, so there was an opportunity to trade right in here, and this was at 10 o'clock, right on top of the news event. There was another opportunity there, and if you missed that, there was another one right here. Okay? On the short side, there was one right here that would have stopped you out. That's the only one so far that would have stopped out. This one, and this one would have stopped out too. So that one and that one would have stopped out. All the other ones would have been winning trades had you taken them. I didn't take any of them. There was another one in here that I missed as well. Right there. Okay. I know I'm just eyeballing these things, and for everybody that's in here, if you're not accustomed to the indicators and the setups, this may look like just a bunch of gibberish to you, But really what you need to take away from this is that it's, a simple setup that's being applied the same way regardless of what market it is. I'm using the same time frame for all the markets that I trade. I only traded 4 today, but we looked at probably 6 or 7. And we're using the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over again. And, we have consistent results because of that. If you don't do the same thing over and over, you're not going to get the same results over and over. And that's words to live by right there. If you don't have a plan, you don't follow a plan, you can never expect to have consistent results. Alright, so that was the euro. Now I'll just look quickly at the pound, okay, because I know you wanted to see the pound too. I didn't do anything with the pound, clearly. Alright, let's see. There was a shorting opportunity, not in here, but right here, not really right in there either. Right here on the pound, just a few minutes ago, well, an hour ago. Let's see, when the market was moving up in here, on the news this morning, well, the pound actually moved down a lot on the news, but let's see, down close right here was a shorting opportunity. Down close right here was a shorting opportunity. I'm just looking to see where the black line is, because if it's above the BBC, there's no trade. Right over here, right here, off the BBC, right there. That was a shorting opportunity. Divergence is the wrong way here. Okay, then there were long opportunities right here. Right there. Now when I'm pointing at this, I'm eyeballing the trend line. I don't know if you guys can do it too, but I'm eyeballing the trend line. You eyeball the trend line, and if you have red on the cycle, you need to close up above that trend line. Okay, you need to have an up close above the trend line, so that's why it would be right there, right in here. Okay, right there. You can eyeball the trend line again. See the bullish divergence on the bottom. All right, and there were more of them in here. There was one there. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. You lost your divergence in here, so this last one was nothing. Then you had nothing in there, and a little one right here that would have been a break-even trade. Okay. Okay. All right. I see your comment there, Dwayne. All right. So we had that and that right in here. And right now it's pulling back. It's going to have some bearish divergence if it pulls all the way back up to the BBC. Okay, if it pulls all the way back up there to the BBC, it's going to have some bearish divergence. All right, so that is what was there on the pound. You know what? I'm going to look at the yen really quick too. All right, I'm going to look at the 6J because we had a partner that did really well on 3 out of 4 markets, and he got his butt handed to him on the yen. But he still had it, even after commissions and everything, he still was up better than 3 points equivalent on the day. But I think it was minus 18 ticks on the yen. And I just wanted to come and take a look at the yen and see what went wrong. Now, here was our news event right here, and the yen obviously reacted as well. If you got snagged up inside all this, I want to look at, come on, populate. There it is. All right. So on the day, on the morning, before the news event came out, right in here, the low of the day was sitting at the low of the day right here. It dropped through it all the way down here at 810, here at 821. Now right here at 8:30 when the news event came out, or 8:21, right in this time frame. That's what I want to see a little closer, right there. What was happening when the news came out? Okay, because if you had a setup there, and this is something that I did a few weeks ago when we had a huge high-impact news event coming out at 8:30. We actually had like 3 of them coming out all at once. What I looked at was where the low of the day was at that time, and if we had a setup. Now the thing the thing to look for is if you have a setup that's coming on right here. Hey, George. You can do it with I'll show you in a minute. Okay. You can do it with DT Pro. The thing to look for is if you had a setup, that's great. If you're in the trade, that's great. The low of the day, when you're coming into a really high impact news event like that, the low of the day, you could put your profit target here and put a sell stop in. You should already be in the trade, but you could put a sell stop in for another contract right at the low of the day, right below the low of the day. Put a sell stop in. That way, if the news event causes the market to drop through the low of the day, then it's likely going to keep going. Okay, it's likely going to keep going, and it did. It dropped right through. Now this is something that I had done in the live trading room a few weeks ago, and I think there was like 50 ticks on Crude and 30 something ticks on, or 20 something ticks on. I think it was the euro that I had done. Yeah, let me bring it over. There was. Give me just a second. I'll see if I can find it. It was in here, right? 32 ticks on Crude, 26 ticks on the Russell. Was that it? Or it might have been. I don't know. It was one of these here. I thought it was the euro that I made a bunch of money on, though. This one right here. The yen? No, that's not it. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. I was just trying to give you guys a strategy that you can do even without our indicator set. If you have a high impact news event like that, and you're right on top of the low of the day. Are you back, Dwayne? Maybe not.
I am. Yes.
Okay. All right, and you're right on top of
Thanks
the low of the day. Good. Then putting in a sell stop to grab the momentum if it's going to be a huge news event like that and it's going to pop through the low of the day. With your normal risk, not anything substantial, just a normal trade, normal risk. That's often a quick way to pick up some fast points. Okay. Beyond that, 8:30 to 9:30. Well, 9:30. I don't know. The yen was tradable. It was after 11:30 though. 11:30 to now, it's just a mess. Yeah. Well, okay. It started. Was that yesterday that I was just looking at? That was yesterday's news event. Okay. Well, don't I feel silly? Anyway, the same thing applies. Yesterday's news event, today's news event. Same thing applies. It was very choppy in here. This was all very fast, I'm sure. All this movement right here, probably untradeable. And you are right, John. Fridays is not a great day to trade the yen. You know why? Because...
Okay, I'm done. I'm back now.
Okay, there's something going on with your mic.
Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Let me get back to my desk. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time. I got it.
Here we go. Now it's much better, right?
It is. I was going to show something to George.
Okay.
There's a way in here to indicators, template, data, save image. This is it. Go to data and save image right here. Okay. You can do copy image, and that'll put it on your clipboard. You can do save image, and that'll save it as a file. All right. That's how you do it, George. Okay. Pretty straightforward. There. All right. Well, I've dragged this out. For everybody that was in the live trading room today, if you're in there on the free trial, or if you were just in there for the open house, let's see. If you were in there on the free trial and you're at the end of your free trial, because we had the open house, we're going to extend the offer that we had expire yesterday. We'll extend that till the end of the day today. If you were in there as part of the open house and you've taken the free trial in the past and you want to become a partner, just send us a quick email at support@cfrn.net, and we'll send you the information you need to become a partner. And if you have not taken the free trial and you were in there today and you want to, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. All right, and that is it. I'm going to wrap up the recording. We ended the morning, what did I say? Plus 13 Russell, plus 10 gold, plus 9 crude oil, minus 14 soybeans. wrapping up the recording.